Last week, European Tour star Osku Palermo came one step closer to winning the first major of the season, surviving against 3 others in eliminator competition. Today, 4 more hopefuls take to the lanes here in Las Vegas at the World Series of Bowling, hoping to join Osku in the January 15th finals of the PBA World Championship. One of those is Tom Smallwood. 2 years ago, this one-time unemployed auto worker chased his dream, qualified for the PBA Tour, and won the World Championship. Is Smallwood on his way to doing it again? He'll have to survive today. Inside the South Point Casino and Exhibition Hall here in Las Vegas, the quest for the PBA World Championship continues. One spot has been confirmed for the first major of the season. Today, one of these 4 will join Osku Palermo in mid-January. 4 times a major runner-up from Horseheads, New York, he's Ryan Shafer.
And Rob, in my mind, he's the best player in the history of the tour to have only 4 wins.
From Bogota, Colombia, Pan Am Games medalist Andres Gomez.
The smooth-stroking Colombian with the baritone pipes is looking for his first career title and first major.
One of the best from Venezuela, Ildemaro Ruiz Jr.
Adding even a little more Latin flavor to today's telecast, he's also mentored by Hall of Famer Amleto Monicelli.
And your number 2 overall seed from Saginaw, Michigan, Tom Smallwood.
From former auto worker to PBA star, this player knows what it takes to win a major.
Joining us on our World Championship coverage is the reigning champ, Chris Barnes. And Chris, man, what a wide variety of styles on today's show.
Yeah, we have a little bit of everything today. We have Ruiz, who's a little bit firmer and gets the ball down the lane. You got the voodoo roll of Ryan Shafer, the international star with Gomez. He'll throw it slow and he'll really bend it. And then you got the full roller, Tom Smallwood, who picked this scorpion pattern, and all he does is show up at every major and bowl for the title. So we have a few things to look for. The scorpion pattern's long. It's awfully slick here in the arena. We're going to see a lot of transition and a lot of guys playing it in a lot of different ways.
Should be a fun show. A lot to watch here. Again, it's the eliminator format. All 4 bowlers will bowl. Low score eliminated. We'll do it all over again in match number 2 until only 2 remain. The winner will advance to January's PBA World Championship Finals. Rob Stone and the Hall of Famer Randy Peterson, glad you're with us here this Sunday in Vegas. We are bowling today, Randy, on the Scorpion oil pattern.
41 feet in length. It was chosen by the division leading qualifier, Tom Smallwood. When I asked him, Tom, why did you pick Scorpion? He says, oh, Randy, it's my favorite pattern, and I don't bowl very well on the other ones.
And Scorpion, just one of the oil patterns you can bowl on when you join a PBA Experience League. Check with your local bowling center. Here's Gomez leading us off. How about a split to start things off? There is Smallwood. Burst onto the scene by winning the PBA World Championship in mid-December of '09. Wonderful story. I'll never forget that moment.
Andres Gomez shooting the 2-4-10, switching to a plastic ball. He's going to try to get the bowling ball to the left side of the 2-pin and throw it over into the 10.
Open frame to start things off. Smallwood will now step up onto the right.
He's got BTM on his left hand. I don't know what it stands for, but I'm going to go out on a limb and take a guess. Be the man. Chris?
That's as good as anything I got.
Rob?
Perhaps we could have asked him what it was.
I don't think it stands for Batman. I'm going Be the Man.
It looked like he just crafted it too with some kind of pen over there. If you're going to do it, get a Sharpie on there. Make it permanent for at least an hour and a half, right? Shafer dropping that one. Shafer, a 25-year veteran on the PBA Tour. But once upon a time, this high school valedictorian had a tough choice to make. Pro bowling or Cornell University?
I was valedictorian, and I also was diagnosed as a diabetic. And back then the technological advances weren't what they are now. So at that age, I thought, you know what, I've always wanted to be a Pro Bowler too, and you know, I'm young, and I think I should try that while I'm young, and if it doesn't work out, I can go back to school. I think about it every once in a while, but I think I made the right decision.
As he said, Ryan is a diabetic, but he's had a notable career with 4 PBA titles. But after 12 trips to major finals, 12 trips, most recently last year's U.S. Open, he has 4 runner-up finishes, still yet to bring home a major. Maybe this will be the year. Here is Ildemaro Ruiz Jr. from Barquisimeto, Venezuela. That is also the hometown of PBA Hall of Famer Amleto Monicelli. And a strike there as Ruiz follows Shafer's lead, turning in a strike as well. Last season, Smallwood made 4 television appearances, including the TOC, where he finished second to Mika Kovuniemi. He was the #1 seed at that tournament. A spare strike for Smallwood.
I think Anders is really going to have a tough time in this first match.
Why?
He's playing away from his strengths. His strengths are being soft, really bending around there. He's playing a little bit more direct, doing more what Ruiz likes to do, what Tom's very good at, and what Shafer's very good at.
So he's not very good at going straight. He likes to open everything up. He likes to go right to left a lot. And when he has to go straight, he struggles.
Yeah, it's something he's worked hard on to become better on more different patterns, but that's basically how he's made his money around the world. He does a great job of getting his hips opened up so he can project the ball left to right, but these guys broke him down. Yeah. They didn't get together. So you had guys playing 6, 7, 8. You had guys playing 12.
So open frame spare for Gomez. Shafer stepping up. He struck in the first.
Push.
Through the nose there. Shafer second at the 2008 PBA World Championship. Last year made 2 different shows. 4th at the U.S. Open, was also part of the regional finals at the Dick Weber playoffs in Indianapolis. That concluded the season. A guy who likes to bowl with a little bit of a chip on his shoulder. How did the 10-pin not get dropped?
That one hooked.
Yeah, but why would he throw that ball instead of a spare ball at the 3-6-10?
Ryan has a very interesting spare routine. He has about 3 different balls he uses at different spares, and obviously he wasn't lined up very well already, so it makes it awfully hard to move off your strike ball to throw that.
Late drop of the 10 for Gomez, his first strike.
And he's up in the 18-mile-an-hour range at release, which is about at least a mile an hour faster than I think he's really at his best.
Smallwood with back-to-back jacks, and Tom bringing a special good luck charm this week.
I wore this week. My daughter gave it to me before I left. I asked her if I took her blankie, and she said no. So she ran in her room and said, "You can take this, Daddy, for good luck. But when you get home, I need it back." So I've been wearing this all week, and that's my only superstition. But it's my daughter, so you know, anything to keep me closer to her is fine.
Well, it looks like it's working for him right now, but Smallwood not relying completely on good luck charms. He did pick today's oil pattern, Chris.
I asked him whether he picked the scorpion pattern, you know, was offensive or defensive play, because it became a little bit obvious that it may not fit the rest of these guys' strengths. I thought maybe he played away from their strengths, but he said the same thing to me. The offensive play really likes this pattern.
2 strikes for Shafer, both coming on that left lane as he takes a seat. Ruiz looking for an opening 3-bagger.
Chris, it looked like he came up and out of that shot like he stood up at the foul line. I know a lot of times when that happens, the release point's not going to be very good. Looked like he missed that one a bit.
Yeah, he's coming back like he stuck just a little bit at the approach, but even then, lots of times it's because you got out of balance in the middle of that approach.
So a spare there, and
So that's what I'm worried about on that lane. Worried about when you get in that it's gonna.
Ryan Shafer in last place through 3 frames. And Ryan, you're having a conversation right now. What are some of the things that are on your mind through 3 frames?
Well, at the beginning of the practice, I had trouble on the left-hand lane, so I took a lot of practice on the left-hand lane, and I think I missed the breakdown on the second on lane 2. So I'm just trying to figure out what to do on that lane now.
Ryan, kind enough to be wired up today. Shafer, a strike, open frame, strike. We're done with 3. Shafer in last, but not by much. When we return, one of these will be eliminated. The PBA World Championship is brought to you by Budweiser. Great times are waiting. Grab some buds. By Geico, saving people money on more than just car insurance. By Barbazol. Start your day cool with new Arctic Chill shaving cream from Barbazol. Better buy Barbazol. And by the USBC and its 2 million members. To find out more about USBC, log on to bowl.com today. Welcome back to Las Vegas and the PBA World Championship from South Point Casino and Exhibition Hall. Rob Stone, Randy Peterson, and Chris Barnes with you. And here's how this year's PBA Championship works. Top 16 qualifiers are divided into 4 groups. You see them there with their overall seed from number 1 to 16. Surviving member of each group will advance to the January 15th World Championship Finals, something that has already been accomplished by Osku Palermo last week. He did it in the Carter Division. Today, it's the Hardwick Division, followed by the Petraglia and the Albee divisions in the coming weeks. Lots to look forward to on the road to the PBA World Championship. Again, this is the Hardwick Division. Low man eliminated, and the top 3 move on to match number 2. Gomez and Shafer battling for that 3rd spot through 3 frames. Here's your leader right now, Tom Smallwood, as we begin the 4th. Smallwood with that victory in Wichita in mid-December in '09. Former unemployed auto worker, giving it a go with permission from the missus for a little bit on the PBA Tour. And all he does is win a major just before the holidays. And every time I reflect back on that, I still get the goosebumps, and it still gets a little dusty inside.
Yeah, it was a great story, and it was a lot of fun to watch.
And he's showing it wasn't just a little one-hit wonder. He's not a fluke by any stretch.
Remember, he finished runner-up to Mika Tournament of Champions last season.
And he was the 1 seed. Here's Gomez. Pretty stuff. Back-to-back strikes around the base.
Well, guys, this is the Billy Hardwick Division. And as you know, he won the 1963 PBA National Championship, now the World Championship. And he was the first player in PBA history to complete bowling's Triple Crown. And that would include Tournament of Champions and the U.S. Open.
Only 6 have ever won the Triple Crown. Do you know who that 6th was?
Yes, this guy sitting next to me.
It was? I thought it was you.
No, definitely not.
Shafer gets all 10 to drop. Randy, we're here to self-promote you as well. You won this tournament in 1987 in Toledo, your lone major of your Hall of Fame career.
But it should have been 2.
Yeah, I kind of got cheated out of another one, but
We got one pretty good for the weed, if I remember right.
we don't need to go there. I just got out of therapy over that one.
Ruiz on the left lane. Ruiz quietly having a very strong game. Strike, strike, 9 spare, strike. Tom Smallwood, the #2 overall seed here at the PBA World Championship. He's the highest seed here in this division, able to pick the oil pattern he wanted to roll on. And he drops all 10 here on the Scorpion.
Hey, Chris, who do you think has the best ball reaction?
I'm going to go with Mr. Smallwood. He did a nice job of breaking down that outside. I was watching him. I didn't agree with his strategy, but it's looking golden right now.
I mean, Ruiz's reaction looks good as well, but I'll tell you what, Tom Smallwood knew what he was doing when he picked Scorpion thus far.
Earlier this year in Guadalajara, Mexico, the Pan Am Games took place. Gomez participated for Colombia, won bronze in the doubles, lost in the singles in the quarterfinals. Chris, you were there as well.
Yeah, and they had a great run there. Lost to his partner actually in the singles final. He beat Bill O'Neill and I both in the round to get to the gold medal.
Ildemaro Ruiz looking for his second double. Messenger, yeah!
Nice. Now the Messengers are always fun to watch, and when you're working on a strike, it's always a good thing to see. But Chris, I wanted to revisit Andres Gomez for a second, and who just converted this 3-6-10 in an effort to try to go straighter. Should he not change his roll? Too much side roll is never conducive to throwing the ball straight. I'd like to see him roll it more.
And he is rolling it more compared to what he normally does, but it still doesn't compare to, it's more like what Pete does when he goes straighter. It's still not as rolly as, say, myself or what you can do. Ideally, he'd be more up the back of it. He's going to be dangerous if he can get through this first game, though, and the lanes start to hook.
That's a good point.
Fourth strike for Shafer. Here's Gomez, who got into bowling at the age of 8, thanks to his mom and dad, who passed on their love of the game to him.
We came on vacation to the States on a summer. They bought me my first bowling ball, and I even slept with it. It was right next to my pillow. I was so excited. I went back home. I got a drill, started bowling, and I wasn't very good when I started, and I just started getting better and better.
Gomez trying to be good enough to survive today. Here he is in the 6th.
Looked like he rolled that one pretty good.
Did roll that one pretty good. That's actually a pretty good sign for him that the ball's picking up, but getting a little flat down lane.
On the right is Gomez's girlfriend. On the left, his sister, who competed here.
Good break. Really? Let me see freaking head pins and get better than that.
Stuck and then left a 4.79. And you heard Smallwood say, hey, nice break.
Particularly on that left lane, which is by consensus of the players is tighter down lane. Hooks a little sooner, but bails a little bit more at the head pin.
Gomez with the spare. Here's Smallwood, struck in the 2nd, 3rd, and 5th. Trying to clean this one up here in the 6th. Tough one, open frame.
He still stays 2 pins ahead of Gomez, who is currently on the bottom of the list in terms of score. Remember, low score is out. The rest will advance to the next game.
Come on.
Yeah! Hey, Chris, there's that voodoo roll that just created a 4-bagger, or what Rob likes to call a...
So do I.
Rob?
You can say it.
Oh, no, I can't.
It's not trademarked.
Yeah, I can't say it.
Chris, feel free.
I won't say it.
You two may now exit the booth. Ruiz, another strike there. Ildemaro from Barquisimeto, which is fun to say, Venezuela. He's got a good group here to cheer him on, mom and dad in attendance. And it's Ruiz on top, Shafer in 2nd, Smallwood and Gomez fighting to not be that number 4 guy, because only 3 are invited to the next match.
Strike number 4 for Smallwood. Colombian Gomez trying to slow things down a little bit. This pace can kind of get away from you if you're not too careful. And he knows the importance of this effort.
Oh, yeah.
First strike since the 4th. It was on the verge of being a 7-10.
So watch the head pin take out the 10. The 5 just rolls over the 7. Nice little momentum break for him.
Ten pin left for Ruiz.
As we take a look at Shafer on cats, this left lane is the green line, and you can see players are starting further to the right and not getting it as far right down the lane.
Yeah!
That lane is tighter. Now it's right on target. Another strike for Ryan Shafer. He's made the right moves since that first frame.
Looks like it's going really straight, too. Waiting for the ball to hook down lane, and it doesn't.
Ruiz stays clean with his second spare.
Ruiz looks great right now. My concern for him would be, as it goes on, hit ball speed is too much on this 41-foot pattern. Has a tough time to carry.
Smallwood. Open frame the last time he was on this left lane.
Really?
4-9 split. Unbelievable. 4-7-9 last time, Rob, as you alluded to. Now it's the 4-9.
24.5 seconds, finished 15th.
Not good to be thinking about end results this early in the game. But he moved in about a board and a half at the arrows there. Tried to make a pretty good move left. And still hooked from that same spot.
Gomez with the strike. Smallwood still stewing a little bit over this one.
You know, with all these international players, it's really hard for me to translate everything. And I have absolutely no idea what Andres Gomez said, although I think he said, "Give it to me."
Regardless, I think he was happy. Smallwood now in 4th place. Shafer on a good little roll here, looking for 6 in a row.
Hold it. Yeah.
Crack open that 6-pack.
At the top of the show, Chris, you mentioned that voodoo roll of Ryan Shafer's, and it enables him to do some things that others just can't.
That was a pretty good little trick right there. That looked like it was going high.
Strike 6 for the Venezuelan.
And it's a game like this one that really makes a player fall in love with the sport all over again.
The feeling that you get when you're bowling is amazing. I can't compare it with anything. It's like love, like that.
It's Ruiz and Shafer in great position to move on. Gomez fairly comfortable. Smallwood, time to make a move right now. We begin the 9th. He's down 20 pins from that last spot to move on to match 2. Much needed strike.
That's twice as bad. There's 2 shots where it didn't strike. It's twice as bad.
He hasn't missed the pocket yet. He's got 2 open frames, both pocket splits. He's left a 10-pin and a 4-pin. That's it. He can still shoot 205. Andres Gomez is at 205 right now, but he can really distance himself right here with a strike and a 3-bagger.
Matching the strike from Smallwood.
Andres starting to get a little more comfortable, a little bit softer with his speed, getting to where he really likes to play the lanes.
Double there for Ruiz.
Chris, critique Ruiz's game for us. You see Andres talking to his ball reps. What do you think about this Emiliano Monticelli protege?
Well, he's got some great feel. You know, he bowled well on the patterns that hooked the most. And so I was a little unsure how he would do here, but they broke him down enough to the right where he can be firm and create a little bit of hold. And when he's got a little bit of hold, he's shot some really big numbers.
Top three move on to match number 2. Smallwood, the odd man out right now with 1 frame to go.
And that'll seal the deal.
Thanks.
Gomez was the man he was chasing.
Tom.
Well, Tom Smallwood, your number 2 overall seed for the PBA World Championship, but the eliminator format kind of equalizes things. And here in the PBA Hardwick Division, your number 2 seed is going home despite that strike.
Pretty unfortunate, really, because this left lane was his undoing.
The lone American to move on. Shafer, Ruiz, Gomez advance to match 2 here in the PBA Hardwick Division of the PBA World Championship.